Morning. Get this to left like it should. There we go. That's good. So that's taken care of. Let's get down to the shop and take care of that light. Listen, I'm pretty sure I know exactly what that issue is. Just gotta take a little bit of time to fix it because I gotta tear part of the front of, well, some stuff out of the way, like intercooler lines and a few other things. Yeah. I started the Pete this morning, let that run for a little while. Did a cold start on it. Nothing too impressive, not like you see on other videos. So I was like, okay. Now that cold, the pistons, sounds like a piston swapping hole clacking noises. Started without a problem. And I know I did not have the block heater plugged in. But let's get down here to the store. Wait a minute. It's out now. The alternator light went out. You know, I'm still gonna probably go down there. I'm still gonna, nope. Back on now. We'll get down there and I'm gonna take care of this. I'm pretty sure I know exactly what wire it is. If you watch Power Stroke Tech Talk with A-Rod, he went over this. Yeah, first time I saw the alternator light, I just changed the alternator. Well, he brought it up that before. I wish I'd knew about him before. Told me to look at this forward. Why, I don't know. But the wiring goes from the alternator down around under the front motor mount and around over to the passenger side. There's a section that constantly rubs, corrodes, everything like that. It gives you issues. So what I did is I wound up cutting that wire out, running the wire right straight across the front of the block over to the passenger side, made it shorter. I think that wire is what's wrong on this. So I'm gonna go down there, I'm gonna check that wire, check the connections, and we go from there. Now it's back out. There we go. Move you back a little bit. Yeah, I think it's that wire. I had to come back home. I forgot my coffee. Now it's back on. Yeah, there's a wire. That's a wire. No doubt in my mind, it's that wire. Let's go fix it. I'm gonna leave you to watch that light right there. It's gone on and off several times. Let's see if it does it again on the way down to the shop. There you go. There it goes out again. There we go. I call that a broken wire. So I'm going to probably drop the plow back in the building as long as there's nothing in there I don't have to work on. We'll fix that wiring. Okay, as I said, my alternator is right there. And Ford's engineers are their genius idea why they did this, and that's going to drive me nuts. The strobe, the overhead lights strobing, flashing. Run the lines. The power for the regulator goes down under the motor, around up into here. One of these three for the voltage regulator. Well, somewhere down in here they always rub, corrode, break, done. So last year or the year before, I run a wire from the alternator straight across in front the block and then tapped in. Matter of fact, you can see that yellow wire. That yellow wire is the one I put in. This one right here. So what I'm going to do I gotta tear. Oh, get back up here. I gotta take. Stop. Don't argue with me. Hope everybody's having fun me fighting with an inanimate object. Anyways, I gotta take all of this off the front of the motor so I can expose the wire so I can see what I gotta do. It's not really all that hard, it's just time consuming. So let me start tearing this off and I'll give you updates along the way. Where'd my coffee go? Well, I just discovered something I have to call Ford about. If you look inside that hose, that's awfully wet. And it's oil. I wonder if the turbo's starting to fail on this. It's under warranty right now. But we got snow coming in tonight. That's why I'm trying to get this charging issue fixed. Let's see, I might have to take it off the outside, because that's part of the so that's part of the turbo system on this thing. But yeah, I gotta keep tearing into this a little bit more. That's the first thing I found. Let's see if I find any more. I gotta hold you way out, because I'm not sure, but I think I might have found the problem. I'm gonna try to highlight it on the stream, on the video, but if you look right there, you see green. Now I do not know if that's the wire I cut or if it's the wire that I'm trying to repair, but I do see green. It's crude, but it works. Made my own walking platform so I can stand on here and walk, go back and forth without having to climb up and down that little ladder. Now I'm up high enough to where I can look at things. I'm still trying to get things ripped off. I'm going to take everything off that I have to from that point across. I just want to check, make sure the wire is not broke between A and B. Okay, gotta love it. Truck's here. Customer wants a pallet of this. I gotta grab pallet jack, pull it out of the way, then come back up, grab it with the forklift. I guess what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take this lift here. I'm gonna grab a couple pallets, get them down on the floor. Makes it a lot easier for us to move around. I might grab one of those Cubex as well. Northern Max is what they sell here. Like down at the Wyndham store I work at is it's called Cubex. This is Northern Max, same exact pellet. Now we got stuff down on the floor you can grab with the pallet jack. So that makes it a lot easier for him. Customers come, call for that. So yeah, let's get back on this. I gotta get this taken care of before the snow flies. These are the two wires on the alternator end. I don't see nothing. Any type of corrosion. I do see a bare spot right there, but it looks all right. I'll cover it up. I don't see no corrosion on that end. That means I gotta go over to this end and check them out. I'm gonna move my platform over there with a pallet jack. Here's the voltage right now. I'm gonna start it and see what happens. I checked the other end. I don't see no corrosion, so it's got to be somewhere in between. Now I know I'm gonna have a check engine light because my mass airflow sensor is disconnected. Yeah, see, it's overcharging. That was a turbo. It's pulling up. But it's still spiking over 14. It should be like 13.5, 13.8. So I'm still gonna keep poking away at this. It's kind of harsh, but I've got a paper clip right here in the plug on the back side of the alternator. I've checked continuity. You see the yellow and blue wires twisted together? Those go up to that end. I checked continuity on from both ends. Wiggled the butt connectors, everything. Nothing seems to be changing. It's not changing tone. There is another one here. There's another one, red wire goes over here to the battery that monitors voltage that goes across over. I'm not wondering if that's not the issue. But I don't know. I'm not gonna change. I already changed the alternator once. Doesn't look it, but it has been changed. It could be one of those, I gotta bite the bullet, bring it to Ford and let them screw around with it. I don't know. I said, I've done what I know I can do. Yeah, so I said, I've got continuity through the yellow wire, the blue wire that goes all the way over into that plug, and goes into this plug and this plug right here. That plug and that plug. I've got solid continuity in them. But it only seems to do it once in a while. You saw on the way down, it like come on and off, on and off, on and off. But then again, I'm also going to have them take a look why there is so much oil in this. Okay. Cut it out. I'm fighting with an inanimate object again. The flashlight. Like I said, right here. Look at this oil. So, yeah. But I am not going to be too worried about it. At least I don't want to keep running it with it overcharging the batteries. I did clean up all the connections that were on that to the battery. I just don't know. But okay, yeah, I'm gonna get this back together because I have no idea. I'm gonna seal everything up again. Kind of bites because I cut the shrink wrap off, the heat shrink tube off, so I could see the connections, which means I don't have any. I can't put the heat shrink tube back on it because I got to cut it to put the new ones in. Oh boy. I'm gonna do what I can. I'm gonna electrical tape it, get everything tucked back up on there. This wire was a little too close to the head, so I might move this one down a little lower, run it down around under here where it should be. I think I had it up here somewhere. That's why I try to cut. That's why I try to cut. So I had it up there. But there is no signs of any type of breaks, corrosion, anything on these wires. I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. That's just dirt. I'll get it back in the loom too. It's back together, still doing the same exact thing. Oh, we gotta grab this little yellow one here. I gotta go grab a pallet of logs that's up in the not rafters, not staging, shelving. There we go. Like, I'm hoping Ford Ford knows about this issue, and they'll be able to jump right on it, get it in and out for me. It's only maybe a couple hour job. It's just everything you gotta tear. You saw what I had to tear. I take this hose off, this whole intake assembly, the filter, just to expose the wires that basically run from the alternator across over into there. It's just gotta take so much off the motor to get it exposed. I've checked all the connections, everything. The only thing it could be is the alternator, and I don't want to replace that. That's $350, $400, and it's a brand new alternator on it, so it shouldn't be the issue. But I have seen brand new alternators go bad before. Well, as I said, I've done everything that I know of to do on this. It's probably gonna wind up they're gonna have to plug the computer in to see what's going on, what the computer sees, why that alternator is overcharging. Because I've done both wires going over to the ECM, and I've checked the one going to the battery from the alternator. So at idle, it's still doing like 14.7, 14.8, which is overcharging the batteries, which is not good. So that's why the engine light's on. It should be like 13.8, not 14.8. Well, oh, you see it's snowing. I'm gonna get ready to go out and start checking on the all my dominoes here real quick. So I'm gonna end it here. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, stay safe. I'll see you in the next one.